Look at these little sleepy fluffs. Oh my god, they're so lazy. Yeah, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Vlogmas. Today, or this morning, I have to do some editing. That's the downside to Vlogmas and trying to vlog every day or every couple of days. So much time spent editing. I need to get quicker. So this morning I'm going to do editing. I've got some emails to do and just some life admin stuff I need to get done as well. I'm going to go and do some grocery shopping too. So then this afternoon I think I'm going to start working on a dress. So I had all these plans for Vlogmas to do these kind of just little crafty things and do like a little short tutorial in some of the Vlogmas vlogs like I did with the scrunchies in day one. But I think I want to make a dress, a Christmas inspired dress, and show you the process of how I design. So right from my coming up with the concept and the design process through to choosing the fabrics and the pattern and then actually making the dress. That's why most of you are here anyway, isn't it? Because you like my gowns. So that's what I'm going to do. Hello Max, you good? You woke up? Oh my god. Oh no, just for a wash. Now he'll go back to sleep. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, so once I've done all the stuff I need to do this morning, I'll start having a think about that, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about what I might do and how I go from just the idea of I want to make a Christmas dress to actually coming up with a concept and a design. Look, these two are never far away when I'm working inside. Look at them, they're actually near each other. They've got closer and closer recently. So this is Jensen. He was a rescue kitty from Queen Bee and Pound. Not quite entirely sure how old he was. We think he was a sort of older kitten when we got him because he grew quite a bit afterwards. But he's about 7 now, I think. And then this is Max, he was a Gumtree kitten who'd been found after being abandoned by his mama. And Max is 3.5. And he's a bit chubby at the minute. He's lost some weight recently, but he needs to lose a bit more or we're going to get told off by the vet. Hey Maxie. He was a teeny weeny kitten when we got him. He was only about 6 weeks old. Yeah, and a lady had found him abandoned. So he thinks I'm his mum and he follows me everywhere. He's such a darling. Hey Maxie. Love him. But he's a lot of cat. He's a massive cat. Okay, so all the things I needed to get done this morning are done. So I'm going to start thinking about this dress. Look, these two are still here. Still here. God, they're lazy. God, it'd be nice to be a cat, wouldn't it? They are so asleep. Meow meow. Nah, nothing. Okay, so I'm starting to think about this Christmas dress now, and all I've got in my head is Christmas dress. That's all I've thought. So I don't know any more than that what I want to do. So I've got to go from this like vague concept of Christmas dress to actually having a design. So to do that, the first thing I do is make myself an inspiration board, and I tend to use Pinterest for this. So I've got Pinterest open here. I've created a secret board so I can add things to it and then edit it down. So the first thing I did on Pinterest was just type in Christmas and see what came up. So I'm drawn straight away to red. As you know, I love red and pink. But I'm drawn to the red and white stuff. So from there, I put in red Christmas, then I put in red and white, lots of candy cane stuff came up. So now I am looking at candy cane pictures to see what inspiration I can get from some of those, and I'll add them to the board. At this stage, I don't look at clothes, I don't look at fashion or any fashion images, I just look at things that are going to be my inspiration because I want to design my own dress. Don't want to be influenced by what other people have done. So I'm looking through all the candy cane things here and just seeing if there's any images that grab me, and I'll add them to my board. I really like the stripes, and I'm liking that on candy canes they're not always even. So I like on this one that you've got all the different widths of stripes on there. You've got the thick red, the thick white, and then the thin ones as well. So I really like that. So I'm going to add that to my board. And while this is my starting point, it could all change as I'm going through the design process. So this is literally my first step of how I design something. I'm going to save this one now because a lot of candy canes, you see them in images with bows around them. And if you've seen my designs in the past, you know that I also love a bow. I'm getting a lot of really similar stuff now. So I'm going to now look up Christmas bow. See, all of these bows could translate really well into a design feature on a dress. And there's so many different bow shapes. I'm loving ones like this, which are quite similar to bows I do anyway. But then I really love these as well. That could be super cool. So I'm going to save that one too. I like the mixture of colours and textures in this one. Yeah, I'll save that. So I'm literally just saving anything that grabs my fancy at the minute. So another red thing I think of when I think of Christmas is the beautiful red poinsettia flowers. So I'm looking at them now. So this is my inspiration board as it is at the minute. So from here, I think I've got enough to start thinking about a design. And if I find I need more pictures and more inspiration, I'll come back and add to this. Okay, so now I've got my board together with some visual ideas. I'm just going to write down some words as well. Sort of, I find this helps me. So I've got red and white, stripes, sparkle, bows, and sort of gathers from the bows. When you pull something tight with the bow, it sort of gathers up. Fairy lights. Oh. Can I incorporate fairy lights into my dress? Should I do a light up dress? A red and white light up dress. So what other things make me think of Christmas and Christmas dresses? Velvet. Velvet's very Christmassy. Fur. So trimming or marabou. Marabou. So like a marabou trim around the edge. Capes. Capes are quite Christmassy and wintry. And hoods. I really like this idea of incorporating fairy lights somehow. I wonder how I could do that. But if I've got a big bow, I can hide the battery pack inside the bow. So maybe if I did something... something sort of asymmetrical with a big bow on the shoulder. I'm just going to do some really rough sketches with a split up the front. And some kind of bow here and have the lights in here and coming down so it all lights up on the shoulder. That could be pretty cute. Do it quite slinky so it's really exaggerated. It's quite 80s, isn't it? I keep getting drawn to 80s stuff in a minute. Could do something sort of fishtaily with a big bow going on here. This could be quite nice with the stripes through it. Or do I do the stripes spiraling around the dress? Or do I do a huge skirt? Stripes sort of spiraling down and around. I think because the candy canes are so thin, I'm liking the idea of something a little more slinky rather than a big ball gown. So I don't want to do a big ball gown. So I've got more of an idea of what the silhouette is now that I want to do. And having something on one side kind of mirrors the asymmetry of the candy cane as well. I think I'm still liking this first one best. I wonder if we could have that white stripes coming around. Like that. I like the bow on the shoulder. So now I'm thinking from there, what if we did the candy cane dress, but what if I turned the whole top of the dress into a bow? Again, just sketching roughly at this stage to see really quickly what my ideas look like. It's hard drawing around the camera. So if we did the candy cane dress with the split maybe, what if this was somehow the bow, and then we've got the spiral candy cane dress. That's pretty cute actually. I think the proportion would be really important to pull off a design like that. I don't mind that. I think I'm going to ditch the lights idea. I think that's just too much with the candy cane and the bow. I think I want to stick with the candy cane bow idea. We could even do a... Could that turn into a cape? How could that work? How could I make it look like a bow and then turn into a cape at the back? So these are my next few ideas. I've been playing with the idea of having the stripes coming down the dress, the sort of candy cane stripes, like whether I put a bow on one shoulder or two, whether I add a cape behind it. This one I added a waist seam and had like the idea of the stripes and the gathers coming up into a bow on each shoulder. Yeah, I've got a few ideas of starting points here, but I think what I need to do now is go and look at what fabrics I've got in the studio and what trims I've got in the studio that I could use, because I don't want to have to buy everything for this, partly because I haven't got time and partly because I've already got so much stuff here. I don't want to be buying new stuff if I can already use something I've got. So I'm going to sort of sit on this idea for a little while. I'm going to start gathering some materials together and then sort of keep drawing and keep sketching from there. I'm probably just going to think about it. I like thinking time when I'm designing, so I'm probably just going to have a bit of thinking time this afternoon, and then tomorrow morning I'll show you what fabrics I've got and hopefully try and get the final design together. Meanwhile, on the sofa bed, these two are still asleep, and right now I've got to go and pick Lily up from school. I can't believe you guys are still asleep. You're so lazy. But you look so comfy. I'm kind of jealous right now. Look at you.